An Essay on Crimes and Punishments by Cesar Beccaria. Chapter 9 of Honor. There is a remarkable difference between the civil laws, those jealous guardians of life and property, and the laws of what is called honor, which particularly respects the opinion of others. Honor is a term which has been the foundation of many long and brilliant reasonings without annexing it to any precise or fixed idea. How miserable is the condition of the human mind to which the most distant and least essential matters, the revolution of the heavenly bodies, are more distinctly known than the most interesting truths of morality, which are always confused and fluctuating as they happen to be driven by the gales of passion or received and transmitted by ignorance. But this will cease to appear strange, if it be considered that as objects, when too near the eye, appear confused. So the too great vicinity of the ideas of morality is the reason why the simple ideas, of which they are composed, are easily confounded, but which must be separated before we can investigate the phenomena of human sensibility. And the intelligent observer of human nature will cease to be surprised that so many ties and such an apparatus of morality are necessary to the security and happiness of mankind. Honor, then, is one of those complex ideas which are an aggregate not only of simple ones, but of others so complicated that in their various modes of affecting the human mind, they sometimes exclude part of the elements of which they are composed, retaining only some few of the most common, as many algebraic quantities admit one common divisor. To find this common divisor of the different ideas attached to the word honor, it will be necessary to go back to the original formation of society. The first laws and the first magistrates owed their existence to the necessity of preventing the disorders which the natural despotism of individuals would unavoidably produce. This was the object of the establishment of society, and was either in reality or in appearance the principal design of all codes of laws, even the most pernicious. But the more intimate connections of men and the progress of their knowledge gave rise to an infinite number of necessities and mutual acts of friendship between the members of society. These necessities were not foreseen by the laws, and could not be satisfied by the actual power of each individual. At this epoch began to be established the despotism of opinion, as being the only means of obtaining those benefits which the law could not procure, and of removing those evils against which the laws were no security. It is opinion, that tormentor of the wise and the ignorant, that has exalted the appearance of virtue above virtue itself. Hence, the esteem of men becomes not only useful but necessary to everyone to prevent his sinking below the common level. The ambitious man grasps at it as being necessity to his designs. The vain man sues for it as a testimony of his merit. The honest man demands it as his due, and the most men consider it as necessary to their existence. Honor, being produced after the formation of society, could not be a part of the common deposit, and therefore, whilst we act under its influence, we return for that instant to a state of nature, and withdraw ourselves from the laws, which in this case are insufficient for our protection. Hence, it follows that in extreme political liberty and in absolute despotism, all ideas of honor disappear or are confounded with others. In the first case, reputation becomes useless from the despotism of the laws. And in the second, the despotism of one man, annulling civil existence, reduces the rest to a precarious and temporary personality. Honor, then, is one of the fundamental principles of those monarchies, which are a limited despotism, and in these, like revolutions in despotic states, it is a momentary return to a state of nature and original equality. An Essay on Crimes and Punishments by Cesar Beccaria.